What is up, everyone? Back with another video. Came out two today. This is my first in time 17 dungeon. Pretty excited about this one because I do a lot of Mythic Plus. I have done a lot of Mythic Plus. I did season 2 is kind of where I just started. Let me pause because I want to go back over my gear again. But season 2 is where I just started, and season 3 I kind of broke out into like 16. Tried some 17s out as a prop warrior, but the highest in time is only 16. And then for Paladin, I think my highest is only a 15, and Priest, I think my highest was maybe a 15 also, or 14. But now this season, I guess I just took this from Priest and decided I was just gonna do that thing, and really I've posted videos already about 15s and doing those +2 in time. So that was kind of giving me some confidence to try 16s. Clearing those pretty easily last week also. With some 16s +1, and I was like, alright, 17. I know this is kind of where a lot of people say 17s is where this is kind of where the classes kind of start to separate a little bit, or as specs do anyways. Well, that's like on the lower end for player skill also. I mean, there are people timing 20s as like Holy Priest or something. But anyway, so I was like, that was like in the back of my mind, like looking at 17s, and I was like, oh man, here we go, 17. Alright, time to play my best, and this run does not go well, but it goes well in the end. So, let's watch. So there's let me pause here. No, I won't even pause, whatever. Also, because I missed, so I'm just going to own that one. So I missed the pause button anyways, but my major was World Vein. I'm digging World Vein. This is kind of really where I want to try it out too. Just to see if that intellect buff is better than, let's say, a Crucible of Flame that's just straight up damage. I think it worked out for me really well here, honestly. But I did switch my minor from Visions of Perfection to Memory of Lucid Dreams. Because I knew it was going to be probably a lot more healing intensive than a 16. And it was, and good thing I switched, because there were probably some fights, even though I did start running out of mana, we'll see on these runs, but I probably would have run out of mana a lot sooner than I would have liked if I would have ran with Visions minor. But yeah, Spirit of Preservation is kind of just like automatic pick. Conflict and Strife, even though it's only rank 2 right now, still like an automatic pick. I can't wait till I get rank 3 of that. Just having that extra versatility is just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that third minor I kind of rotate around depending on what content I'm doing, or I mean what dungeon I'm doing and what level I'm doing. So I went with something a little more safe. So something more safe in Memory of Lucid Dream. And I think it really helped me out in the end. But I got a proc right here, 11% burst. Got a proc right there. It's really good. Thought about Crucible, just kind of get the extra damage, but I don't think I'm there yet to, I guess, like, know the damage patterns of 17, if that makes sense. Like, I know the dungeons really well, mobs really well, kind of have a good idea now, like, what is easily avoidable and what's not so easily avoidable, so I know kind of who to atone and all that good stuff. But yeah, I decided to play a little more safe with my essences, but I kept Schism out because Schism's I really enjoy Schism. But yeah, so this kind of threw me off. I was like, are we killing in here? Are we killing in this room? But no, the tank decides to move it right into the corridor there. Oh, no, let me apologize. I already have a Wake Crest on my channel. I think it's my first video actually. I think my very first video was a 15 Wake Crest. I think it was a +2. But this one was just because of 17. Unfortunately it turned out to be Wake Crest. But I still, long-term goal, would like to get all the dungeons at 15 or higher in time on my channel. Yeah, so this one just goes to 17. Proud of myself, so I decided to put it up. Dude, these guys are nutty damage. That team 311k, I think his highest was. That's crazy. I wish I would have Holy Nova a little bit more there, but honestly, like when I saw like health bars moving like that, I was like, okay, I need to shout him in, you know. But yeah, this all worked out. I mean, it gets sketchy. You guys will see it. We had like 15 or 16 deaths this whole run, and people ran back on some of them too, which is may not seem like a lot, but that's like a big time waste, is to run back when there is someone alive who can res or can res the healer, so the healer can mass res. It's a lot of people like just like, oh, I'm dead, I'll release, you know, I'll run back. It's like the pack's almost dead. Just wait until the pack is dead, then we'll revive you right here, and you know we'll save like precious seconds, which really do add up. And you'll see here. You'll see this run. We get this thing like within maybe the last 5 seconds we down the boss. And yeah, we just have some serious DPS output. I was actually the Brewmaster tank actually did a little more damage than I was expecting, honestly. I don't really see Brewmaster as like damaging tank. I know they can do like versatility stacking and Twilight Devastation stacking and just poop on the damage meters and the enemies. But I don't know if this guy did that. But anyway, it's turned out really well. Couple of missed Twilight Devastations there, that's really cool. I think I clipped someone at the very back end, and really fortunate to not pull through the wall. That would not have went well. So seeing a boss 17, boss on keyed up 17 tyrannical. This one here, Raw the Gluttonous, I mean, normally he's kind of like, to me at least, like a walk in the park. Just something you just do, I guess. Like, no real thought behind it. You just kill the boss to 0, kill him dead. But it got pretty sketchy during this pull, and I don't know what went wrong, and I just don't know why it's enhancement shaman. I think it was just he was pulling threat, but because he was popping off. That's 120k on this pull. I show like the overall damage at the end, so we'll see what he was doing to pull threat, because it was pretty. Almost every pull you guys will see that he was taking, I think taking aggro, because he was taking a lot of damage, a lot more than I was expecting. But I'm pretty sure he probably looking Twilight Devs or just the right amount of Azurite, or not Azurite, the Corruption. That's just making his abilities do a lot more damage. This mage here, that mage had to still aggro, right? Like 230k. Yeah. You know, it's really nice seeing Fire Mage like play Fire Mage proper. I had one in another video that I posted here on YouTube. I was just playing proper, pulled off like 7k overall, and I forget what this one does. But for to know that we have like this in our pocket on bosses as a Fire Mage is huge. Especially when they play well. Like, look at that single target damage. Like, even tank, I think, I don't know, I don't really know Brewmasters. I feel like they just don't do that much damage. Like, their toolkit is just, like, PoW probably might do more damage than them. Myself, I didn't play very much DPS oriented. Otherwise, I probably could have put out maybe 35 to 37k consistently. But I played a lot more defensively just because my first 17, well, not my first one attempted, but it was just another 17 that I'm still not very comfortable in 17s yet. So, played a lot more defensively here. So 30k DPS from the healer is really not anything to like scoff at, you know, especially on a week like this, or on any key at like 16, 17 and higher. Getting that healer DPS like I talked about in my very last video, the 15 King's Rest, just getting that extra DPS from all the roles is just really going to help the time. And like in my last video, I just said how, you know, maybe we could have done 10k, I could have done 10k total and 15 and still time. Like here, if I would have done 10k and everyone else's DPS was the same as it is right now, we would not have time, guaranteed. Like my HPS could have been through the roof, but no one dies. When people die, I don't think people died like due to me not healing well. I think it was like big pulls. Too big of pulls, some line of sighting, which you'll see here. The tank, I think he accidentally pulled a little too much coming up when we go out to the courtyard. And I could have healed through it, honestly. Felt very confident, like, alright, cool, you know, I'm ready for this. Find my highest health target, schism him, put a dot on him, and get some passive healing that way. Let me put that out there. Schism your highest health target with a dot on them, that way your dot does more damage, and you're healing more through atonement. Yeah, I think he must have missed a patrol, or he wanted a patrol there, but I could have healed through this. If he would have pulled back into the courtyard, it would have been a lot easier for me. But what happens here? Did one of us get hit by... Is this where he dies? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. This mag is gonna get out of hand. If he takes a big chunk, I'm thinking he's still on volcanic. Yeah, I think he got hit by a volcanic there. Let me go back. Let's see, the blue is the tank. I wish I would have had my cooldowns. It would have made this so much easier. I think we would have done it. But I think this tank area is way at the top up here. Oh, it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. I can't tell if it's volcanic or if it's the mage's whatever ability he just used. So that was rough. You're gonna see here he says my bad. Right on cue, very nice. No, that just sucked because it would have been, could have done it if I would have had a cooldown, or I think he got hit by volcanic. I don't know. Or if we could have done a little more CCing, he could have done more kiting. But back to my schism and dotting. So yeah, you want to put schism on the target you get the most benefit out of, because schism's a 9-second buff or debuff, depending how you look at it. You debuff the target, you kind of buff yourself as you attack that target, doing 40% more priest abilities. So what I like to do is big pulls like that, and if I'm coming to a lake, I'm drinking mana or something, I play with schism like, let me find the highest health target, schism that person, have a dot on it. That way I get a lot for my dots passively, and I can start dotting everyone else while my dot's doing work. And then if I have time left in the schism window, I'll spam it either with a penance, or solace, or smite. And then get my atonements out that way. And if I'm fresh into the pool, like it's just a brand new pool, I'll find like the priority target and schism that. I usually schism that, dot it, and roll into some, so I usually get the most out of my schism windows, and then I'll start multi-dotting. Or if it's like a 2-person pack, then I'll schism priority, dot it, penance it, so the penance hops over to the other partner in that pull, and just go through a normal DPS rotation. But yeah, that's just something to keep out for if you're playing Discipline Priest, is find your priority target or your highest health target, and schism it, and have a dot on it. Sorry about that, clicked off screen again. Did it again, whoops. There goes an Enhancer Shaman again, just popping off the meters and he has to be taking aggro, right? Doing that kind of burst damage, oh yeah. I'm excited to see the end of the video, to see what he was doing to get that kind of damage. Probably a Twilight Dev, right? Twilight Devastation. I really enjoy that weak aura. That just went over the enemy floating nameplate. Like, it actually elevated my gameplay. I used to really never know when to dispel magic. I was like, this is like a waste of an ability. Like, when do I use this? But then I found that weak aura when I was just scrolling through wago.io, whatever. I just saw the weak aura. I'm like, oh, looks useful. Let me get it. Got it, and like it's the best decision I've ever made as far as like weak auras go. That's a lie, not probably the best, but it's up there. It's a very good decision I've made. So if you're interested in it, let me know and I can put it in. I can reply in a comment, or I can put it in the description of the video, or we'll see. We'll go. If anyone asks me, then yeah, I'll probably reply to a comment if I get asked about it. This right here. Ah, man, I just did this run probably like 15 to 20 minutes ago, and like I really like that the tank, like that thanks for info was not sarcastic at all. Like that is very good communication. It says, okay, 35 to 40, okay, the mob's gonna be at 35 to 40%. I can pop cooldowns right now and get them back by that time, or I can save till then. I think I ended up holding on to some of them instead of like trying to get two in one fight. These boss fights are long for people, like especially at 17s, they're long. Because normally, like internally, I feel okay, cool, fight's almost over, and I look at the boss health, it's still like 45%. I'm like, what the f? So two reasons, in my opinion, why we wipe here. So we had the first wipe on pulling too much. The second wipe here. The monk did not clear stacks around what he said he was going to, and I kind of mistimed the cooldowns. But then when he did try to, I got one thorn, right? Let's see if we can keep track. I think I got 3 or 4 thorns. 2. That's 2 times. So he's already at 32 stack, 33 stack now. I'm looking for him to like, alright, dude, start kiting, you know. He's at 38, 37, 38. Like you said, you're gonna start cutting. That's three times. And this monk is getting slapped. Yes, he is a monk, but still, like that hurts. 40. Like now he kind of starts panicking. He's like, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? And there's no fire inside, so he took too long. And I let him know, like, oh, he took too long to kite. And then also the thorns didn't help because that was 3. Here goes number 4, I believe. 4, right there. This kills us. That killed us. That killed us right there. Taking too long. Yeah, it took too long to kite, and then me getting that 4th one, like I was about ready to start spamming Shadowman on this dude. Spamming Shadowman until he got to a comfortable place I could rapture and spam rapture him, and then we would have lived. I know we would have lived. Honestly, I thought this was the key too. Yeah, this is it. 2 wipes in 17. That's it. Done. But I really want to try this because I know I wanted that 16 for next week. Mage wasted time here by releasing. I don't know why. And this is honestly so refreshing. Hold on. Like, it's so refreshing to, like, this is a 17, and if this is like a 16 or 15, I guarantee someone would have left and said, like, you suck, shitter, or something like that. For some reason, there's, like, this false sense of, like, I'm a good player when people are, like, just doing 15 for the first time, and I don't really know why. Like, 15s, like, are challenging, I guess, but they're not very challenging. But I guess everyone's kind of like at different skill levels or different confidence levels. But it is funny to me when I see people like that. It's even more funny to me when I see people in anything below 15 like talking shit to each other and like leaving after literally one wipe. You know, it's like we could have wiped like 3 times and we still timed this thing. You know, like we wipe here 3 times. I believe it's 3 total times we wipe. Either we wipe 3 times or we get a total of 15 deaths, and I don't remember, but we'll see. But here, less RNG on me for thorns, and also I think he starts kiting around where he said he was going to 30-35. That was really such a bummer though, it really was, knowing that with no wipes, I think we would have +2 to 17. I really do. Like, just the damage is great. The damage is insane here. The Spirit of Preservation Miner is just such a blessing now, man. That's nice getting that in combo with my Depth of Shadow trait. It's so nice getting like 100k to 150k Shadow Men and then follow it up with another one. Like, you get 5 stacks of Spirit of Preservation plus 30 stacks of Shadow Depths on your Shadow Men. Get that, it's like 100 to mid 100,000 single target heal, and that follows up with another guaranteed 100% crit because of the Spirit of Preservation Miner. So you can get like 200k, like at a minimum. Like, I've seen some of my Shadow Men hit there for like 200 some k, and those are like very satisfying to see, and really Spirit Preservation, in my opinion, really has helped out Discipline Priest. There's a website out there, I kind of forget the name of it, but I saw it while I was watching a Titanforge podcast with Dratnos, Tettles, and Trupp. They were on this website. Excuse me, my bad for standing Volcanic there. I did. Volcanic is like a non-affix, and you can stand like in melee range at it, and Volcanic just like won't spawn. So you can really make it a completely non-affix. I don't know, I just like standing in range. But I kind of forget about Volcanic sometimes. But anyways, back to the website I was referring to. Someone made it, I really forgot the name of it. I have to go back and watch the podcast. But there's a website that kind of takes all the classes and their specs and puts them in tier lists, kind of like what Dratnos has done. Came out like for a week or two, just straight as like tier lists, boom, boom, boom. Here is where we wipe. This is another pull too many. Like, why are we tanking right here? Like, you're 2300 IO. Like, I honestly thought we'd be taken out where it's more open, which it could just be personal preference, I guess, but because you invite the opportunity to possibly pull more on accident with body pulling, which I actually do, and I wipe this. And it's a bummer because I had thought we got the patrol and I was wrong. But, you know, really all could have been avoided if we would have came out to the courtyard and tanked everything. But no big deal because we still ended up timing it. Just in hindsight, this is you as a tank coming in, like this dungeon this week, like look to using your space. Like look to, it's not, I know it's not sanguine, so I don't have to really drop it, but it's so much easier, so much more pleasurable to tank where you can, or play where you can just like have full camera view instead of, okay, I see where I messed up. But just having like that, be able to see everything clearly instead of like being so like, oh, camera angles messed me up, I don't know what's going on, am I standing in something? Okay, so we pulled the stairs and not the hallway, and I thought, see, I'm standing too far back, the hallway comes patrolling backwards. That's totally my bad. And then I run across the volcanic. But anyway, back to that website I was referring to. So they put Discipline Priest in the B tier. Really surprised they put him in B tier, honestly. Just because like the general idea of Discipline Priest is like they're a C tier or maybe even a D tier, because just because, you know, people don't like him for some reasons, and they see like what they lack and what Wrestle Druid does bring, and Holy Paladin just brings an insane amount of throughput and damage throughput. So it's kind of like, well, if you're not playing one of those two specs, like what are you doing? Mistweaver Monk is also kind of up there. They bring really good utility. But yeah, this website puts Discipline Priest in B tier. Really nice, and I feel like I would agree with that, honestly. A B tier healer. Just because like you can play your class like to its maximum potential, but there's still just like some things you can't control. Like, let me root that mob back there. Oh wait, I can't. I'm a priest. Let me battle res. I can't. I'm a priest. Well, I could be an engineer and have a cast time for a battle res, but it's not nearly as nice as the Wrestle Druid. But yeah, I definitely agree with the B tier healer for Discipline Priest, honestly. Definitely way better than Holy. If you're watching this and you're wondering, should I play Discipline or Holy? I 1000% recommend Discipline, because that's 34k, 35k DPS I'm putting out right now. A Holy Paladin, or Holy Priest, I'm sorry, would not be able to do that. Maybe if they had like Twilight Devastation stacked and happen to get a lucky proc of Twilight Devastation, then maybe. But like just their toolkit alone, Holy Priest cannot do that. And Holy Priest can still time 17s, but the DPS is going to have to step up their numbers, and the tank's going to step up their number to kind of pick up the slack for a Holy Priest. So if you're wondering between the two, for like actual pushing and progressing, I highly recommend Discipline Priest. I mean, learn it, it's really not that hard. It's so simple to me, and maybe since I've played it for a while, but you put atonements on people before damage comes in. You get your dots rolling, keep them up as much as you can to keep healing or hots comes in. You go through your DPS rotation of Penance and Solace on cooldown and Smite for filler. Get a weak aura, get something to track like when your atonements are going to fall off. Make sure those don't fall off, especially on the tank. You never really want that to fall off. And if you don't really trust your group, then keep atonements on everyone. It's highly doable. That's pretty much, like, it's so simple to me. Like, no one uses your cooldowns. Like, Rapture is on a minute. Shit, I always forget. It's on a 2-minute cooldown, I believe. That's 200% stronger of a powered shield, and you don't get affected by weakened soul. You can spam on people, so you can build up a nice thick powered shield, absorb shield. On 2-minute cooldown, like that could be used every other pull pretty much. So there's just playing around with the cooldowns hopefully, and you'll get the hang of it. Just give it a few runs, give it a few pulls, maybe read through the spell book, see what everything does, watch guides, look at articles, watch this channel. If any questions, let me know. There's some streamers who's in mode is a top Discipline Priest. He's like a 4.1k IO, I believe. His highest time Q in time was a 24, which people think like Discipline kind of stopped at like 22, but mode is really pushing the limits. But it's also around that I kind of see he needs like certain specs and roles to help him perform better. It was very surprising watching him play last week with an Arms Warrior. I mean, that Arms Warrior just did like, I think he ended up overall like 80k DPS sometimes. Like, it was just ridiculous, this guy's damage. So sometimes you can just brute force and do more damage than you do need self-sustain and fixes sometimes, but usually I would say err on the side of caution. This fight, I thought was going to be, honestly I thought it was going to be a little bit harder. Like, I thought this was going to be my check, like this is it, like, I can't heal this one. There was a smart play by me, was putting that shield down, was able to get everyone in the shield plus the target of that Nettles. That Nettles, I forget exactly how much damage it does. It does like dot damage to whoever has it, and it clears when that person gets over 90% damage. So I saved myself having to burn through mana by reducing that damage he was taking by 25% and being able to heal it off pretty quickly. The mage maybe could have ice blocked too, I don't know. But yeah, this stuff, that's just knowing the mechanics, honestly. But yeah, once we get one down, like, fight's over pretty much. You get one person down, fight is over. And honestly, for some reason, I thought this aura of dread where he starts to keep moving. When I was really new to this dungeon and this run, I was running dungeons. That always killed people, but that was because people were just like noobs, honestly. They just didn't know, oh, I just keep jumping, the stacks don't do anything to me. Or I keep moving and the stacks don't do anything to me. So I was still like doing this run, I was still like, oh shit, this is going to be the hard part of the fight. Totally wrong. Like the nettles part is the hard part of the fight when people know what they're doing. And also the first witch reduces healing. Forget about how much, but it reduces healing. So that makes it a little bit harder. So that second witch is really, when you get a group who knows what they're doing, it's kind of a joke. This I do not understand. Like I'm spamming myself with the spells right now, and I know it's not on cooldown. I don't know why that didn't work. And that keybind is not broken because I just used Master Spell and they shared the same keybind on my mouse. So that part I was like, got a little frustrated. I was like, this is stupid. We're gonna wipe here because I'm able to live through it, which is really cool. This is such a tight timer. It was really enjoyable to watch. Well, enjoyable to play, and hopefully enjoyable to watch. I'm enjoying watching it right now, honestly. This is bothering me. This gap here should bring that down and close it tighter. You have to work on that later. Like things being nice and square and uniform. This is honestly a ballsy pull, and I thought we were going to wipe here too, but it worked out yet again. I mean, 200. What are you doing, Shaman? How do you do that? That was like what, 230k burst? Like, oh lord. The mage comes in doing fire mage things. 250, 260, 200, almost 270, 270, 280. What are you doing? Without this DPS bin, we would not have timed. Like sometimes, like, so here's the living fact right here. A 17 key, 3 wipes, complete wipes, 2 of them people ran back on. Can still be timed. You can just barrel through them as long as the damage is good enough. We messed up on some mechanics and just some bonehead plays of, actually not even mechanics, just overpulled on accident. The only mechanical thing I say we messed up on would be the second boss. Here I actually messed up here because I dispelled myself and should not dispel in this fight because you'll see, because I dispelled a Demon Hunter, and I'm just thinking, oh, dispel, you know, like, something I need to spell, let me do it. But when that, you'll see, I think I get the mage with the green stuff. And I was like, whoopsies. But yeah, 17s can't be timed if you can do this much damage. Like, if you can do this much damage, yeah, you can avoid, you can save yourself 3 wipes. Like, higher keys, then absolutely not. But yeah, interesting to know that if you just pump ridiculous damage, you can still time even with 3 full wipes. There we go. Boom! Yes! See right there? I dispelled the Demon Hunter, it went right onto the mage. Whoopsies, my bad. But it's okay in the end, it's still time. Need help next int. I don't know. I mean, everyone's interrupt is up. 3 people tried getting it. I don't know. His was up too, and he might have been the one to get the interrupt. I don't know why he said he needed interrupt, but whatever. These guys hurt, by the way. These Shadow Claws, they hurt. This is a good fight to have everyone toned up, because you don't really know who they're going to be jumping to. There's a way to manipulate them, and you have to do it up on the steps where we just ran down to get to the boss floor. There's a way to manipulate it, but that means the tank is going to take a heavy amount of damage. So if you do it this way, it kind of spreads it out over everyone. There's a good 220k crit Shadow Man, very nice. But yeah, that fight, if you're doing it where you're not manipulating them to only hit one target, you should keep up as many atonements as you can, because you never really know who's going to get smacked. I mean, they get hit hard too, so it's not the type to like, oh, we got hit, let me try and Shadow Man it off. Like, at that time, it's probably already over. So using that barrier would help me with my reaction time, just in case I missed on atonements. But yeah, look at this. We're going to start this pull. We do this one shot. We do this one shot. We do this one shot, we got it. Okay. So I didn't want to schism the boss because priority target is the lieutenant. So I saved my schism for it, and now I'm going to put my rotation into him. I just want to dot everything else so I get my dots up doing damage, which means hots up to atonement. This boss is, I fucked that up so, man, I thought I ruined the key right there too, because I thought the guy died, but he was actually on me, because when I turned around, I saw the lieutenant and the boss, not the death touched slaver. I was like, okay, he died, let me throw him the freaking bottle at it. But he did not die, and we got that extra one, and that really sucked. But like I said, we end up timing this thing. Like, this is a sketchy, very sketchy pull here. We do it without Lust to start, but we do end up getting Lust, which obviously helps us. There's like a lot of damage going on. Not too many stuns going on with the death lens here, honestly. There you go, I start getting on top of the hole, burning the bodies properly. That first one kind of put me in a tight hole, but we end up getting out of it. We get Lust, and we just fly through it from there. So there, like, why don't I have Atonement out on people who have no health or missing health? Because they're not taking consistent damage. Simple as that. Me and the shaman were both at like 60-ish% health, and we stayed there for a little while, right? I know I have personal leech, so I'll heal passively just by doing damage. But I knew, like, as like I watched him for a second or two, see if he could take a little more damage. If he was, I would have shot him in, but I saw he wasn't, so I'm like, I'm just going to keep rolling with my DPS instead and keep the tank up, because he's had Atonement on him, and he was only taking damage, so gotta just play every like second is kind of thinking about what can you do or what should you do, kind of triage as a Discipline Priest. And here, see, I ran out of mana. If I would not have had Memory of Lucid Dreams Minor, I probably would have been out of mana about a minute ago. Here, like, we time this thing, this is so cool. Time my first 17, the Pug also, like, that's great. With 3 wipes, like, that's the biggest, like, right on to me. Without that, oh, 55 seconds, man, we had a lot more time left. That's so cool. There it is, 17 plus 1 Waycrest Manor on Tyrannical. These bosses in here are no joke, so that's really cool too. Yeah, I could have two with no wipes, I think so. Oh, let's go back. Shaman DPS. So there's my healing through Atonement. So I did a lot more Powered Shield, my third heal. That usually means I'm doing a lot more Rapturing, a lot more just regular Powered Shield because I don't really need it. I don't have the need to Shadowman or put out big heals because it's not Grievous. So I relied a lot more on my Powered Shield and my Raptures, and just my Atonement's doing the healing for me. So that's that breakdown here. And Smite, as I've said in another video before, Smite is a heal. It puts an Absorb on enemy you're smiting, and it pretty much just puts an Absorb on them when they hit whoever they're hitting. It reduces that damage by whatever the Absorb is amount. I missed the monks. There we go. Storm Strike. Okay, Twilight Devastation. I don't know enhancement like at all. So is Storm Strike like an AoE also? Is Crash Lightning an AoE? Sundering? I don't know. So unless there's that like really good Twilight Devastation procs and he has tier 3 or something, I don't know. But very like that's some good overall. Like almost 82k, 76k, and 76k. That's some stellar overall. There's everyone else. Pilot Dev was my second too, nice. And that's it for the video, guys. 17 plus 1 Waycrest Manor. Discipline Priest PoV. Like I said, sorry that this is a repeat dungeon, but it is my first 17, so I just want to put it up here and get some views on it, hopefully, and get some questions asked, like Discipline Priest is 17 in Tyrannical Week on a dungeon like this. Felt really good at the time, especially with 3 wipes too, so that's awesome. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to respond to you guys. But yeah, till then, or till the next video, take care. Hope you guys have a good day.